You are looking at live imagery of the festivities in Tokyo, just a little over an hour to the New Year in Japan. And we want to welcome you to CNN's special coverage of New Year's Eve Live. And this is the view from Victoria Harbor here in Hong Kong. I'm Kristie Lu Stout, coming to you live from Harbor City.
Marquee in the heart of Times Square in New York City. All day long, CNN is taking you around the world as we celebrate 2024 with you in style until everyone everywhere rings in the new year. It's already, of course, the new year in Sydney. We brought you that breathtaking display over Sydney Harbour live last hour. And 1 hour from now, they'll hit midnight in Tokyo, and then you'll get to see all the festivities right here on CNN. Stay with us over the coming hours as we get you set to party like it's 2025 across Asia and beyond until the ball drops here in New York City.
Okay, so let's first get over to Tokyo, which is also saying goodbye to its final hour of 2024. Hanako Montgomery is there and standing by. She joins us now. And Hanako, we are on the cusp of 2025 there in Japan. Set the scene for us.
Hi, Kristie. It's so good to see you, and happy New Year's Eve. So as you said, we only have an hour left of 2024, and the party is just getting started right here in Tokyo. Behind me, you can see the stage is lit blue. We just had a fantastic performance from a DJ called Fantastic Plastic Machine. He's known for his contributions to the musical subgenre Shibuya Kei, which is a Japanese indie pop that really set off in the 90s. It was an amazing performance, and really in the past hour or so, we've seen a gorgeous projection map on the skyscraper right here behind me. We're in the heart of Tokyo in Shinjuku, and you can tell that people are just so excited to be here celebrating the last couple of hours of 2024. You have foreigners here, you have travelers, you have Japanese people with their families, their loved ones, and it is just palpable, the excitement here, Kristie.
The excitement is palpable. I can't wait to see everything light up. And ahead of tonight's party, Hanako, earlier this month, well before recent events, you spoke to a K-pop superstar. Tell us about the interview.
Yes, Kristie. Oh my goodness. Earlier this December, we spoke and sat down with the fantastic K-pop artist Taeyang. And for those of you who don't know who Taeyang is, even though that sounds impossible, he is a member of the huge K-pop boy band Big Bang. But also he's known for his illustrative and monumental career as a solo artist. In fact, for the past 14 years, Kristie, he's helped shape K-pop into the global phenomenon, the global movement that it is today. Here's what he had to say about his 2025.
Captivating dance moves, powerful vocals. Taeyang, the K-pop sensation, has shaped the global phenomenon for nearly 2 decades, both with Big Bang and as a solo artist. His 2010 debut solo album, Solar, made him the first Asian artist to top iTunes North America. After stepping away from mandatory military service in 2018, he's back, and bigger than ever. We caught up with him during his first solo tour since his return.
I'm just so blessed to know my fans have waited for me as much as I have waited for them. Their love and support have only grown stronger, and I'm really grateful.
You and Big Bang are really pioneers when it comes to making K-pop a global sensation. How do you feel now, looking at how K-pop has really taken the world by storm?
Thank you for saying that. 다행히 저희 뒤에 따라오는 많은 후배들이 저희가 걸어온 길을 통해서 더 글로벌한 시장의 문을 열고 세계적인 무대에서 공연을 할 수 있는 시간들을 저희가 선사했다라기보다는 어떤 저희들의 노력이 좀 들어가 있는 부분이 느껴져서 굉장히 기분이 좋습니다.
And earlier this year, I believe you and Big Bang had a bit of a reunion at the 2024 Mama Awards in Osaka.
and fans really went crazy for it. Can they expect more reunions like that in 2025?
Yeah, in 2 years' time, it'll be our 20th anniversary, and hopefully we will have some events to celebrate this. I will try my best to do something special for my fans. Stay tuned.
I mean, talk about an icon here, Kristie. He is just so humble, of course, even though he is so well known across the world. Shout out Taeyang for making the time earlier in December to sit down with us. So clearly you have a lot to look forward to if you are a Taeyang or a Big Bang fan in 2025, Kristie.
That was incredible because Taeyang is not just a K-pop idol. He is a pop music super idol. He is hardworking, he is intense, and he is insanely talented. Hanako, thank you so much for bringing us that interview, and we'll talk again with you soon. Now, let's get over to Bangkok, which is still just a few hours out from the start of 2025. And Will Ripley is there. And Will, I did my homework assignment. Earlier this year, you gave me a homework assignment. You said that we needed to bedazzle our microphones for the next New Year's Eve, and guess what I did? I did my homework assignment. I have it done. I'm going to use this out tonight when I talk to the revelers. I delivered, my friend. Okay, now tell me about the scene there in Bangkok, my friend. How are people there being stylish and getting bedazzled for the big event?
I'm so impressed that you got out the bedazzle and you did it. I'm ashamed to say that I just have a normal CNN mic flag. If you and I were in class together, you'd be the straight A student in the front row, and I'd probably be slouching in the back, trying to avoid the teacher's eye contact. But Kristie, it's great to be with you again. Once again this year from Bangkok, a little different surroundings this year. Last year, I was about a mile down the Chao Phraya River on the rooftop across from the Temple of Dawn, and tonight I am here at Icon Siam, a truly iconic place to ring in the new year, with crowds that organizers are estimating to be upwards of 70,000 people tonight, and a lot of them are coming here to see one person, a Thai icon, Thaiconic as her people tell us. We need to refer to her because she is truly iconic. She is Lisa. She started her career right here in Bangkok as a 13-year-old auditioning to join the South Korean K-pop group Blackpink. And we know how that turned out. Blackpink headlining Coachella, topping charts around the world. And now Lisa is on her own, and she's going to be performing here tonight. And we are going to be interviewing her. I'm standing here with two Lisa super fans, Vivienne Sasa. Vivienne Sasa. I don't know where the heck I got the Tata from, but Vivienne Sasa, as you can tell, they're twins, and they are really excited about coming here to see Lisa. So when you found out that your dad was able to get tickets, what were you most excited about to see Lisa tonight? I know it's loud, so I'm shouting here.
I didn't.
What are you most excited about tonight to see Lisa?
Okay, yeah. Oh, we are both really excited to be here tonight. We're having a blast right now. We are so really excited to see Lisa up close in real life because I feel like it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the both of us.
And I'm going to be interviewing her pretty soon, in the next hour or two. So what question would you like me to ask her on your behalf?
I want to ask her, what does she miss most about Thailand when she's living abroad?
That's a great question. We'll have to ask her. I promise I'll ask her, and I'll get back to you because you're going to be in the crowd, Vivienne Sasa. Thank you very much for being on our show. Happy New Year, almost. We'll see you during the concert. It's going to get even louder here than it is right now. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. All right, Kristie. So lots of excitement here. Vivienne Sasa, one of the droves of fans, tens of thousands that are going to be packing the stage here at Icon Siam to see a whole bunch of entertainment, and their big headliner tonight, Lisa, coming up soon.
Well, the party is happening there in Bangkok. I cannot believe you're talking to Lisa. You got to ask her about White Lotus because she's starring in the next season. We'll talk again soon. Now, meanwhile, in New York, preparations are underway for the city's legendary New Year's celebrations. That's where we have Julia Chatterley at the Marriott Marquis. And Julia, here in Asia, look, we got Taeyang, we got Lisa from Blackpink, but it all culminates with the climax, which is the ball drop there in Times Square.
It absolutely does. And I'll tell you what, I am so excited. It almost feels like midnight already. And I've been here since the small hours of this morning. I'll tell you a secret. This is my first time in Times Square for New Year's Eve. I've watched it on the television. Normally I'm back home in England, so it feels hugely momentous to be one of the 1 million people that are expected to gather here in the coming hours here in Times Square. It's super exciting. The obvious things, and I've got the ball, the sphere, the crystal sphere just in my eyesight here, so I'm keeping an eye on it. That, of course, drops at midnight. But my favorite part of this, which I literally cannot wait for, is the confetti drop that happens at midnight too. And on a lot of those pieces of paper, people have written their wishes for 2025. I'm not going to tell you what I wished, but one of my wishes, I hope, will be lighting up and falling from the sky later on. It's a hugely exciting evening, and you can already see actually crowds and people starting to gather. Clearly they're hours early. The great news for me is that, as you can see, the sun is up and it's shining. It's freezing cold, but it's beautiful. Less good news if you're going to be here later, because apparently it's going to be raining, so you're not allowed to bring umbrellas. You've got to bring your ponchos. But don't worry, we are prepared. And what we tried earlier, and I'm going to try it again because my colleague Bryn Gingras is actually down there in Times Square, and if we can get the cameras coordinated, I'm going to try and wave to her so that you see where she is and where I am too. So Bryn, can you hear me? I'm up here looking down at you.
I can. I'm playing tricks on you, Julia. I moved a little bit, but I see you.
No.
Yeah, we are down here.
I'm waving in the wrong direction.
On the ground. No, I saw you. You were waving. You saw me, I think. Yeah, Julia, we are down here right in actually one of the pens that people are going to be stuffed into in just a few hours. You can see behind me where you have a great shot, Julia, of that ball that is still below, or behind rather, the 2025 at the moment, but that is going to rise up later in the afternoon. Even that is exciting when you see that happen, because you know you're getting closer to midnight. Now, Julia, you were just talking about all these revelers who are about to pack Times Square, waiting, getting excited. Well, look, we even have some here who are standing behind the pens, waiting for their moment to get in and start the process of just waiting until midnight. And this is one beautiful woman who has tried to do this before and is coming back a second time, and you're determined to make it in one of these pens. Tell me why you had to be here.
Yes, exactly. I'm originally from Spain, and I came here in 2019, but I could not make it because I got here in the evening. So I was like, okay, this year I take no chances. I had to be here. It's been my dream since I was a little kid. And yeah, and here I am, and I moved to Santa Barbara, California back in 2019 as well. And yeah, I just got here on a vacation, and I was like, okay, this year I had to make it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a bucket list item. Now, Julia and everyone has been talking about how it's nice right now, but it is gonna rain. And you guys, you and your boyfriend, you guys are prepared.
Yes, we brought ponchos, we brought coats, we brought gloves, everything.
So you don't mind standing here, crammed in, waiting for hours on end, not able to go to the bathroom, not able to use an umbrella, but you will be ready and you don't care what the weather is.
Exactly. I'm used to do it for Coachella, EDC Vegas, and other music festivals, because we both like to be front row at all the concerts. So we are used to be by the real full days.
Okay.
So this feels like nothing.
This is nothing. All right. Well, you're in for such a treat. Thank you so much for talking to us. And Julia, I got to say quickly, this is the best part about being able to be down here on the ground, because you meet so many people from so many countries all across the United States. Just people who are just genuinely excited to take this in, this moment, bringing in 2025 in really the best way possible. As you already said, you're biased, and I am too.
Yeah, it's such an exciting feeling, and of course we can all make ponchos look fabulous, no problem at all. Bryn, for now, thank you so much. And Kristie, yeah, I'll be wearing my poncho later on today. I will echo Will and say your jacket is absolutely fabulous. Let's hope you don't get rain.
I know you love the sparkle. No rain here, but it's worth it to wear the poncho
Love
when
the
you get
sparkle.
to see the crystal ball drop. And may everyone's wishes come true. Julia, thank you so much. We'll talk
Yay.
again soon. The countdown is on in Tokyo, so do stay with us here at CNN as we help you to usher in to the new year. And the party is well underway in Australia. Got a look at how Sydney's world-famous pyrotechnics ushered in the new year. Plus, her designs can be seen in museums and on runways all over the world. Hong Kong-raised Vivienne Tam shows me her unique blend of tradition and innovation.
Hi, I'm Nymphia Wynn, and in 2025, I'm looking forward to more bananas and more yellow and more love for the world. Woohoo!
Welcome back to CNN's New Year's Eve special, and you are looking at one of the world's most iconic New Year's celebrations. Australia ushered in 2025 in the last hour with this, a spectacular fireworks display. Did you see that bridge waterfall? That was epic. It was all launched from the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Sydney Opera House, and other landmarks. Now, Japan is up next, and the clocks are ticking down to midnight there. We'll head back to Tokyo live in just a few minutes to see how the celebrations are coming along. And meanwhile, here in Hong Kong, we're not too far behind. We're less than 2 hours away from ringing in 2025. And for some people, the new year might mean considering a new style. Now, Vivienne Tam knows all about that. From Hong Kong to New York, her designs have been transcending boundaries for 30 years. And I spoke with her about mixing the traditional with the modern and still keeping things fresh. She's known for her East meets West sensibility and an aesthetic known as China chic. Vivienne Tam is the iconic designer now marking 30 years in the business. Her sought-after creations worn by superstar Julia Roberts,
Vivienne Tam,
First Lady Joe Biden, Grammy-winning artist SZA, and even yours truly. This is so cool.
Yeah.
We meet at her store.
You're doing a mesh version of the Chinese quilted jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Here in Hong Kong, the city where she was raised.
I grew up in Hong Kong, and I love Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is the east and west is the bridge. And I'm the bridge because I grew up here and I graduated from Hong Kong Polytechnic.
Your designs have made it into the archives of some of the world's top museums, from the Metropolitan in New York, Victoria Albert in London, and elsewhere. What do you think is the cultural and historic significance of your design?
I feel so great when they ask my pieces. I thought, wow, I did something, I did something.
This year is a big year. It marks 30 years of Vivienne Tam, the label, being in business.
Yeah, I mean,
how has your design philosophy evolved?
Every collection tells a beautiful story about the two worlds, and the last collection is called Tradition Meet Innovation. And this is something that I really want to do, keep on learning about the world, learning about the people.
There's something called 新中式, or
新中式,
new
yeah.
Chinese styles. Young consumers in China embracing classical and traditional modes of Chinese dress. And Vivienne, this is something that you've been doing all along. How do you keep fresh?
Even though it's ancient, it is an old culture, it's a heritage. But every time I look at it, there's newness to me. This, I love this, I make it longer one, and with the dragon.
Oh my gosh.
We interpret that into something that we can wear, not costume anymore.
What are your goals for next year?
Keep on learning, keep on adapting to new technology, new way of living, and absorbing the people, what they would love to wear, and then how to communicate with them.
And her upcycled formal wear is gorgeous, definitely one to check out. Now, we're going to be checking back in with Julia next. She has been cooking up a New Year's dish with celebrity chef Vikas Khanna at one of the most sought-after restaurants in New York. Also ahead, an Olympic gold medalist speaks to CNN about his plans to reshape Japan's skateboarding culture. Welcome back. You're watching CNN's New Year's Eve live, and we are taking you around the world to ring in 2025. Now, Sydney, Australia is already in 2025. It has been in full party mode. And in about 90 minutes from now, Hong Kong and Shanghai will join the celebration. And Tokyo, it is your turn next in about half an hour from now. Now let's go back to New York City to see how things are going there. And Julia Chatterley is back with us from the Marriott Marquis. And Julia, you got something special cooking up for New Year's Eve.
always. But the good news for our viewers, Kristie, is I'm not actually cooking, because that would be a firework display of a whole different kind, and probably not a good one, quite frankly. But if you're in New York City and you fancy some fabulous Indian food, then Bungalow Restaurant is one of the hottest tickets and the hardest reservations to get. Now, at the helm is author, film director, Michelin star chef himself, Vikas Khanna. He's also one of my dear friends. And the good news is he actually helped me rustle up a dish for New Year's Eve. No reservation required. Watch this.
Good to see you guys. Amazing to be at Bungalow. So,
What are we cooking?
We are making a very interesting, very quick dish. But this sauce is where the magic happens. It's a sauce which you're going to make in 1 minute. You're going to heat some oil.
1 minute sauce.
1 minute sauce. That's
Oh, wow.
so simple. And here, of course, you can see this beautiful spice box.
Yes. Oh, it
You
looks
just have to-
beautiful. Am I going to be let loose on the sauce?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
2 teaspoons of turmeric.
This is flat teaspoons, or this is good, or
Good,
too
good,
much?
good. It's a very forgiving sauce. Just
Good, good. Just go for it.
One more.
One more.
This is the
Colours.
trick which I've learned in working in so many Indian kitchens. That's it. You just need hot oil and turmeric.
The smell already.
And now it's cooled down. To this I'm going to add labne, which is like hung yogurt.
Yum.
You can use Greek yogurt. Now you can add lemon juice to it. It's right there in the bowl.
Am I going to do that?
Yeah, that's yuzu lemon juice.
Straight in?
Straight in. Now I'm going to add a little salt and sugar.
Is this good?
That's good.
See, look at that.
That's it.
I was born to be a chef's assistant.
That's it. The sauce is ready.
It looks yummy.
It just 1 minute. And then it becomes even better when you eat it next day. Now you see this.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's rich, creamy. It's totally so different.
I want some more. You should have given me a bigger spoon.
Bigger spoon right there.
Quick, give me that one now. Now we're talking.
See how amazing it is. You know, you also added turmeric is amazing. It's also very auspicious, especially on New Year's time, that our grandmothers gave us a glass of turmeric with milk. It is for health and well-being. My grandmom, who was the best chef I've ever known, she said that Indian kitchen is a dispensary. It has remedies for everything.
Ooh, let's step back. Wow, it's getting spicy.
Once the scallops are ready, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of za'atar spice mix. We're going to add 1 dollop of butter.
And what is here? Or are you going to
This
talk
is all
us through it
for
when we
the-
do it?
all
Yeah,
the
the decoration.
All the garnishing.
I like the decoration, especially since it's sort of, I was clearly dressing for the occasion. Look at that. Out they come.
That's it.
I can already taste how good this is going to be with the lemon and the yuzu. So easy, she says, watching someone else do it. Ta-da! We get to try it now. Ready? Wow. No, I'm keeping it.
Okay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You're the
Congrats. It's just the beginning. Happy New Year, everybody. Can I have some more?
It's all yours.
Good. Good answer. Vikas knows me well enough to know my skill set's suited far more to eating than to cooking, Kristie. But I'm definitely ready for breakfast now. You're ready for the canapes, of course.
Oh yeah, I want
Happy
more
New
to
Year's
it.
Eve.
You were
I tried.
the sous chef there in your beautiful sequin gown. It was that lemon juice you added that made all the difference.
I know.
That looked gorgeous.
True
oh my
skill.
goodness, I need to try that.
True skill.
True skill.
Yeah.
Julia, thank
His
you so
nervous
much
laugh
and
said it
enjoy
all.
the countdown. We need to add butter to everything in this new year, 2025. Thank you, Julia. We'll talk again soon. We are also closing in on 2025 very closely in Tokyo, and that's where we're going to find CNN correspondent Hanako Montgomery. Hanako, we are inching ever closer to midnight there. Can you describe the mood, and also can you introduce us to a hometown hero?
Kristie, the party is getting started once again. I don't know if you can hear this music behind me. Take a listen. We have exhilarating traditional Japanese drumming right now, collaborating with actually that DJ that you saw earlier. I mean, just such fantastic music. I was excited for New Year's, but now my heart is truly, truly racing. Now, this taiko group is known for performing all across the world, in Japan, in the US, and in Europe. And actually, speaking of the world and global events, this year was, of course, a huge global event for sports. We had the Paris Olympics, and Japanese athletes did so well, but one athlete in particular really stands out, Yuto Horigome. He is the only athlete ever to actually have won 2 Olympic gold medals back-to-back, once at the Tokyo Olympics and then again at the Paris Olympics. Earlier this year, I got to sit down, or I should say, skate with Yuto Horigome. Here's what he had to say about his year.
For skateboarding legend Yuto Horigome, these ramps aren't just where he struck gold at the Tokyo Olympics.
Super special, like the place to me, you know, I growing up this Kodo city and like Tokyo.
Needs to get a score.
Now, the world is his playground. From California to Paris to Brazil. Horigome is picking up medals and breaking records. The 2-time Olympic medalist is the name in skateboarding right now, and he has the tricks to prove it. During Horigome's recent trip to Japan, I challenged him to a showdown at Live Door Ariake Urban Sports Park, where he first won Olympic gold.
Right here, right?
Okay, maybe not, but he's a good sport about it. Horigome lives in LA now, and every trip back to Japan reminds him of how different the skateboarding culture is here.
In Japan, like when you're skating at the street, like if people doesn't like get it. Skateboarding being Olympics, obviously sports, but like skateboarding more like culture and like street, like it's very important. And I growing up like that, so like I don't want to forget.
So how do you want to change skateboarding culture in Japan?
Definitely, I wanted to make more big. Maybe like if I can skate like more like free in Japan, like street skating.
Add that to his to-do list for the new year.
Next year has like Tampa Pro. That contest like super special because it has like a lot of history back in the day. So no one had like 3 in a row, so like I wanted to try like 3 in a row too.
Okay, like a hat trick.
That's super important to me, actually, even tricks too. Like, you know, I wanted to do like the trick like no one does. Maybe 2026, like has like Thrasher has like skate over the year. Like that's like everyone wanted to get it. Like that's my dream too. So.
And Kristie, I'm making a promise to you right now. By this time next year, I will have some skateboarding tricks to show you. Kristie.
Yes, because I know you can do it. I got to know you really well this last year, Hanako, and you can set your mind to do anything, and that includes an ollie. So I expect you to learn and to perform an ollie, especially when you have the ultimate teacher right there in Japan.
I can't
Hanako Montgomery. Thank you so much, Hanako. Take care. We'll talk again soon. You're watching CNN New Year's Eve Live. I'm coming to you live from Hong Kong. And still to come, it's time to get organized in 2025, the Marie Kondo way. My conversation with her straight ahead. Also, the Japanese dance troupe Avantgardey. You may have seen them on social media. They have caught fire. They are ones to watch in 2025. Live imagery from Tokyo, an epic taiko drum performance. Did you see the size of that one drum? All set to ring in the new year. Meanwhile, here in Hong Kong, we're about an hour and 20 minutes or so away from what promises to be the most spectacular firework musical to date. And joining me now are a couple revelers. Hey there, Erica and Jackson, your brother and sister.
Yeah.
This is your first time being out here to see the fireworks.
Yes.
You grew up in Hong Kong, but this is a first experience for you. What are you looking forward to?
Oh, I'm so looking forward to the countdown. Everyone just counting together. That's going to be a great atmosphere. Yeah.
Because the countdown is going to be projected on the convention center, and everyone's just going to be yelling out the numbers as we go, right?
Yeah.
And so, are you looking forward to 2025? Do you have goals in 2025?
I have a goal and 2025, I want to perform a drama show.
Oh.
Yes, and maybe some card tricks, learn some card tricks and performing in front of our classmates or my sister or my family.
You're the older sister. You're already in drama school, right?
Yes.
Do you have a New Year's resolution for 2025?
Oh yes, we're doing a La La Land medley. I hope that goes well.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
You mentioned card tricks. Can you show me a card trick right now?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Here is very normal.
He carries his own cards. Yeah, very normal. Okay, bicycle cards. Yeah, I know the brand.
Okay, can
All right.
you help me pick the card?
Okay, you're trying to make me pick that one, so I'm going to go for this one. All right, there we go.
Just memorize it.
Yeah, it's easy to memorize. Yeah.
Okay, and then is it okay I put it right over here?
You have my permission, yes.
That's okay. Okay, good. I'll put it over here. And it's a very simple thing that if I did this card, it wouldn't be yours, right?
No, it's not my card.
Okay, and then when I do this is your card?
Show it to the camera. That is my card. It was the Ace of Hearts. Oh my gosh. Jackson,
Yes.
Erica, thank you so much. Happy New Year. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. The New Year, I'm already getting good vibes. I'm already getting the good vibes. We're also going to get good vibes now with our next guest. You may have heard of Spark Joy. That's the mantra from Marie Kondo for organizing our closets, organizing our lives. Now, she is the decluttering guru. She has inspired millions, including myself, to tidy up with a book, with a Netflix show, with a consulting business. Earlier, Marie joined me from Japan, and I started by asking her, how can we spark joy in 2025?
In Japan, we do the end of the year cleaning. It's called osoji. Japanese want to make sure that their home are spotless before the new year. We believe that luck easily comes into our home when everything is tidy.
Marie Kondo, you are the queen of decluttering. You make it sound so serene, but really, how do you do it? How do you tidy up your home, especially when you have 3 children running around the house?
Yes, I agree that it is difficult to tidy my home with 3 kids. However, to make things easier, I recommend 3 points. First, make the habit of tidying with kids. And second, designate spots for things. It is important for kids to know and to see where the items are. It makes it easier for them to tidy up by themselves. And finally, be relaxed when tidying.
And looking ahead to 2025, what is a goal that any person can commit to in the new year?
If you have not tidied your home yet, start now. After cleaning up your belongings, you will take natural steps on tidy your work, your mind, and your relationships, and all aspects of your lives. And you can then transform your lives and surroundings yourself with only what sparks joy for you.
Marie Kondo, thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with us here at CNN, and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and Happy New Year.
Marie Kondo makes it sound so easy, but it's so hard to get rid of that moldy teddy bear. Now, we are a few minutes away from the New Year in Tokyo, and CNN will bring you the energy, the festivities, as Japan rings in 2025 in style. Now, the current pride of Osaka, Japan comes in the form of a dazzling dance troupe called Avantgardey. Now, they wowed the judges at America's Got Talent in 2023, and since then, they have toured Asia, gaining millions of fans. I recently got a chance to meet up with them during a break in their now very busy schedule. Eccentric, energetic, and always in sync. They may look like bob-haired dolls, but Avantgardey is a show-stopping dance troupe that is ready for world domination. In 2023, the Japanese dance crew stunned the judges at America's Got Talent. Yes! And have toured across Asia, including a stop in Hong Kong. Oh my gosh, Avantgardey, they're in the building? They're in the building. At the city's M+ Museum of Contemporary Visual Culture, we meet 9 of the 17 dancers. Welcome again to Hong Kong. First,
we need to talk about your look. What inspired the concept?
これらはすべて私たちのプロデューサーのあかねさんが決めてくださっています。このように全員同じユニフォームを着て同じ動きをすることで奇妙でユニークな作品をお届けできているのかなと思っています。
How involved are you creatively in coming up with your dance moves?
振り付けもプロデューサーのあかねさんが考えてくれています。で、私たちのライブがあるんですけど、そこでは私たちもアイデアを出しながら一緒に作品を作っています。
In 2024, it has been a big year for Avantgardey. What was it like managing that touring schedule and also the fame?
世界中のファンの方々に実際にお会いすることができてとっても嬉しいですし、日本とはまた違う応援の仕方だったり、ファンの方の熱量にとっても驚くとともに嬉しく思っています。
That was genius.
Wow. That moment when you stunned the judges. Incredible. What was that like?
最初はすごく不思議なチームだと思われていたんですけど、作品が終わる頃には観客の皆さん、審査員の方、皆さん笑顔になられていて、言語が通じない中ダンスだけでこう人の感情を動かすことができると分かってすごく光栄でした。
I love you girls.
What are your hopes and dreams for 2025?
アメリカのラスベガスでいつかショーをしてみることが私たちの夢です。
頑張ります。
Avantgardey, it's been so cool to hang out with all of you. Thank you so much and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Avantgardey is genius and it was so much fun to hang out with them at the museum. Now, the start of 2025 is just minutes away for the Japanese capital, so do stay with us as we bring you all the festivities live. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kristie Lu Stout in Hong Kong. Do stay with CNN. I'll be back as our New Year's Eve live special rolls on.